trillion won. Speaking on Armed Forces Day, Lee emphasized that peace depends on a strong security foundation. He said that the funding will boost and will prioritize cutting-edge technologies, including drones and robots. Further, President Lee took office in June after a snap election following the fall of Yoon Suk-yeol, who had imposed a brief martial law last December, leading to troop deployments across parliament and other buildings. Let's listen in to what President Lee Jae Myung has said.
세계 각지에서 협력과 공동 번영의 동력은 약해지고 갈등과 대립이 격화되는 각자 도생의 시대로 진입하고 있습니다. 대한민국의 평화와 번영을 위해서는 누구에게도 의존할 것이 아니라 우리 스스로의 힘을 더욱 키워야 합니다. 내년도 국방 예산을 전년에 대비해 8.2%로 대폭 늘어난 66조 3천억 원으로 편성해서 첨단 무기 체계를 도입하고 게임 체인저가 될 인공지능, 드론, 로봇 등 첨단 기술에 집중 투자할 것입니다.
Now for this discussion, we're joined by Dr. Sanjay Kumar. He's a journalist at the Korea Herald, joins us live from Seoul. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, President Lee has emphasized the strong security foundation is essential for peace. How do you think the shift towards advanced technology will impact South Korea's military strategy, especially in the context of regional security threats?
The shift is seen from the perspective of self-reliant defense system approach of the new South Korean government. So instead of having submissive approach that was kind of alleged by the President Lee Jae Myung towards the former government, like in the former government, there was a kind of dependency. Like, of course, the US ROK alliance is ironclad, but still, there were people who were advocating just to go with this ironclad alliance, then having some self-defense capability enhancement to act as a game changer. But what President Lee Jae Myung is trying to say is that US ROK alliance has to be there. It is it is a very strong alliance, and it will be an answer. But what is different from former government is that instead of exposing the weaponry into public, he is trying to not offend North Korea and strengthen the South Korean self-capability of defense. And he is ready to invest more, as he announced today. And earlier also, the South Korean government's defense spending is not less. Like if you compare even in current circumstances, it is more than 1.4 times than the North Korea's GDP. So it is not a very different approach, but the approach is very strategic. So instead of exposition of weaponry, he is trying to softly send not just a message, but to enhance the capability of the South Korean defense system. And I'm sure that in coming years, he is trying to strengthen and boost the three-axis system of South Korean defense in the form of, like in Korean we say Samchuk Chege, the three-axis system through which the military strategy in Korea tries to counter any kind of escalation from the north. And it can be done with the strategy of this kill chain, and then like the KAMD and KMP and some other strategies involved in this. Like, it's a comprehensive strategy. So that comprehensive strategy, I think Lee Jae Myung administration is trying to enhance, and he is going to add some elements of like in modern warfare, the conventional, like other than conventional warfare, it is changing. So that's why he was trying to bring new form of artificial technologies in the form of drone and other new technologies, and he's ready to invest. So it should be seen as like not just be reliant on US for everything, but also to have Korea's own defense system and own defense capability too.
And that's really enlightening. Thank you for sharing that, Dr. Sanjay. And lastly, with this 8.2 increase in the defense budget, how do you think President Lee is expecting the South Korean citizens to respond to this move, especially considering the recent political instability with former President Yoon Suk-yeol?
President Lee Jae Myung is trying to convince the public that these all spendings are not to expand or like intensify the hostility towards North, but for the self-capability of South Korea's defense in long run. Because for a peaceful coexistence policy to be in practice, dialogue is the answer. But like with only dialogue, South Korea cannot be confident. So this is how he is trying to disseminate the message so that he can galvanize the support of Korean people. And even opposition, I think it is a matter of defense and North Korea. So I think he is not going to have a like strong backlash. Yeah.
With that, I would like to thank Dr. Sanjay for joining us and sharing that insight throughout our news. Thank you very much. Now, well, that's all we have time for. We will